starring just me today. Again, son of a bitch always has some excuse to not love you guys. Just kidding, he loves you guys. Not really. But yeah, once again, he's not here, and it's just gonna be moi. So, here's the other thing. He was supposed to be here. He was supposed to be here, but he's not because he had a change of plans and something very important. I don't know what's more important than this. Right? Oh, those are weird sounds. Timba? Oh, Timba's here. Timba's here. He is joining me. Unlike this other guy, he is here. And he was making weird noises. But yeah, I don't know what's more important than this. I don't know what's more important than you guys. I love you guys. I respect you, and I'm gonna keep doing the show no matter what. But Nico, he makes excuses. I'm just kidding. Nah, he just got busy. You might hear my annoying face. You can't hear my face. You might hear me Friday. Just me again. You know, don't know for sure, but probably. But after Friday, you'll probably hear more of me and Nico. He'll be here rather than not be here, and he'll be doing the show every Tuesday and Friday, which is our schedule, if you haven't noticed. So yeah, that's the case, guys. He's not here. I'm here. So, you know, but here's the thing. It's going back to the thing that I said. This is the thing. This was his turn to come up with the topic. So I didn't think about no topic this whole time. So now that I don't have a topic, here we are. Me rambling. At least the other times I have a topic. At least the other times, all right, what was the place I wanted to live? Right? And it went off to other things. Sure, it rambled, but it kept in my head that it's something to talk about. And it happened before, too. But this time I have nothing to talk about. I'm just going to go in. PT. There we go. Not physical training. PT in the military, that's their physical training. That's their usually a morning exercise. They wake up, do like a quick get ready thing, make their bed. Which, did I tell you guys about making your bed? Timba, that's gross. Stop it. Did I tell you guys about making your bed? So there's this advice where every single morning you make your bed. Now, why do you do that? You make a personal investment to yourself to be productive. So you get up, the first thing you do is make your bed. And the idea is, I think you could do anything. You can get up, do 10 push-ups. You could get up and eat a pie. Actually, no, you can't. Unless you're like a competitive eater. Then it makes sense. But for most people, it's like making your bed makes sense. First thing, right? I don't make my bed. I just jump back in. Why would I make my bed? Fuck that. Right, but I'm not productive. But if you do it, you make an investment into yourself, and then you continue going throughout your day doing productive things because you made that initial investment. So you do one thing, it snowballs. Kind of like breaking a goal down, and then doing the first small step, which makes you do the next step, and then you gain momentum. And then if you're like me, you crash. Yeah, if I make my bed in the morning, I'm like, wow, I'm done. I should leave all the stuff that I need to do until the last minute of the day. Not to procrastinate, not necessarily. Throughout the day, you know, I'm having fun, and then the last couple hours of the day, just before I start getting ready for sleep, I just go all in. I focus just right. What kind of fucking sound is that? Into what I'm working on and get that done then. Because if I do it like, say, get in the morning and, invest and throughout the day, I'm not going to fucking do that. I'm not. But I can hyper focus, and then I get done in a smaller amount of time what most people would take a while to, because I'm so fucking great, ain't I? No. It is a bad habit because sometimes things just literally take longer and then you don't have as much time. It's better. I always wonder if it's better to do that thing like, I don't know if Nelson Mandela actually did it, but if any of you guys watched Invictus, shout out, watch it. It's amazing. Shout out. My God, it's so good. If you guys seen Invictus, there's a scene where they're sitting down to watch the rugby game. I think it's the first rugby game that it happens. They're sitting down to watch it, and he mentions to his secretary, I think she's a secretary. She might be an advisor, somebody higher up. He mentions like, hey, since we're sitting around watching a game, let's watch the game, but like get some work done. Of course, what kind of asshole thing? Yeah, I'm going to call Nelson Mandela an asshole. What kind of asshole thing is it to do? You're watching the game. You can just keep your eyes on the game, right? But your secretary, she can't. She has to look down and write shit down. She doesn't get to enjoy the game, but you do. Wow. Jerk. But anyways, maybe she just doesn't like rugby, and you knew that before. So he says, hey, let's get some work done. And then he just starts, she just starts talking to him. No. He starts talking to her and just dealing with the business of the day while sitting there. And I'm thinking, what if you just did that? What if every single moment that you found in your day, you just fill it in with a little bit of work? Fill it in. I wonder if you could get a lot done, and then have moments where you hyper focus. And actually, I'm thinking about this. Winston Churchill sounds like the kind of the routine he had sounds like the kind of one that fits with this. So he would wake up at like 7:30 and stay in bed until 11, like writing letters. What's that thing? You transpose letters? You tell somebody what to write, and then they write it for you. I don't know the right word for that. So he would have that, and he would write letters. He would write things. Back in the day, people had to write a lot of letters. You gotta realize this. You look at daily routines, and you'll find, what will you find? You'll find a lot of people have a little break in their day to do letters, like correspondence. Once you got email, it's like email doesn't get its time of day, even though it should. Even though you should set a time to do email. I would love for people to do email, not as an instant messenger. Instant messengers should be throughout the day, but emails, they should be the longer form things, and they should be sent like letters. Really quick letters that people can read when they want and reread without worrying about where they left the letters, and then they can write their letter and then set it up the time the other person's going to get it using Boomerang. Shout out if you have Gmail. I don't know if does Boomerang. I wonder if Boomerang works on Outlook too, because that's the only thing that people use. I'm adjusting my chair, people. Who uses Yahoo? Fuck you. So Outlook and Gmail, I don't know if it fits there or if it fits on Yahoo, but I know it fits on Boomerang. So you set up the time that the person's going to have it, and everybody put in your footer, right, the end of your email, put the time that you do your correspondence. And people arrange to have your email sent in that time. then we would be better as a society. No, we would be better as it sounds a lot like the Tim Ferriss thing. Shout out. He tends to batch, like, okay, I'm going to do email this time, and this time. Technically, he hires somebody else to do it for him, which is good advice. People, if you can hire other people to do the bullshit tasks, that way you could get super rich off the backs of other people who simply just need a job, right? The world will one day become people who are doing a day job in which they work as a assistant for somebody, and that somebody is the entrepreneur that's making a bunch of money. And on the side, this assistant is working on his passions and building his business and stuff. And when that business takes off, he stops being an assistant. They got a new assistant, and la 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 la. Everybody is an assistant to somebody. And that's how you make money, on the backs of people. So sounds like the Tim Ferriss thing, this email idea of batching. But it'd be nice for other people to catch on with that. And then we have a correspondence time. And then we can fit in with the daily routines of people in the past who had this time for correspondence. Like, oh my God, I'm going full circle. Woo! I didn't lose track of this. Winston Churchill, who had correspondence time from 7:30 a.m. to 11. But here's the thing. After that, he would do a bunch of shit. He would eat giant meals. That fat fuck would eat so much. Just kidding. I don't know what he ate. But he would eat a long meal, and then he would do something like he would go for a walk. Water. He would go for a walk, and then he would have his glass of sherry or whiskey, light whiskey, watered down whiskey, I think, and his cigar or something. And then he would get to work. He would sit down and do like an hour and a half. And he would knock that shit out. You know, get that done. And then he'd take a siesta. Boom. And then he would wake up and he'd get ready for dinner. Oh, that's another thing. People would take a lot of time to get ready for shit. So realize your fucking privilege, you people. Except for you women, right? You females out there, you're still taking forever. Maybe not as much time as back in the Victorian age, but you're taking forever, and I appreciate it. Oh, you thought I was going to go somewhere else with that. You thought I was going to go back to the anti-woman feminist bullshit. Gotcha, motherfucker. No, we live in a... That was a weird rant. We live in a privileged time where it doesn't take as much time to get ready. Because back in the day, somebody like Napoleon Bonaparte, if that's how you pronounce his name, Napoleon, he would take forever. How the fuck did he lead a war? God, how did he start his empire? What was it like? I remember reading it was 2 hours to get ready. It took this guy 2 hours to get ready for like some dinner or the start of his day, something like that. To put his dress on, not not dress, but his clothes. His royal clothes? Was he like no? His clothes. So it took a lot of time to just do that. So people set up times of the day like that. So going back to Winston, he would take some time to get ready, and then he would have this big dinner, and he usually have friends over. And people, this is very important. Try to eat with other people. I know that thing like, oh, CEOs never eat alone. Well, guess what? Plenty of people wake up really early and they are not CEOs. Oh my God. CEOs don't eat alone. You know, you can be a fucking loser and not eat alone. Isn't that weird? Doing the behaviors isn't necessarily what makes you a CEO. Wow. Random rant again. Secretly really angry right now. So yeah, don't eat alone. Winston Churchill wouldn't eat alone. He would have this big dinner with people. He'd invite guests. And then once he's done with the dinner, he'd go into a room and like have cigars with the guys and like talk to people and have a drink and stuff. Another drink in the day. And a lot of this talk, though, a lot of this talk dealt with politics. A lot of this talk dealt with things that are going on. He kept in touch with people. This is how you can network. Have dinner parties whenever, and go to people's houses for dinner and shit. So you can have a constant contact with people, and also learn about things in the day. Talk about this person, or talk to this person about what they do in their place, in their profession, and then hear from that. That's what you do secretly. Take advantage of your friends and colleagues. So, have them over doing that. And then they leave. They get the fuck out. And then he would work for some more time until he went to bed. And I think he went to bed around 2 a.m. Sometimes he'd work later, but he went to bed around 2 a.m. and his parties ended late. His parties or dinners or whatever. And he would work. Once the party was over, he'd work. Oh, that's pretty smart. He would network with people. He would learn things about the politics that are going around at the moment. And then he'd work. He'd probably work on things based on the information that he just got. My God, he's so fucking smart. Oh my God. So yeah, that's what Winston Churchill would do. And if you notice, just like the